It's time for an ultra budget gaming PC build. It's only going to cost $400 and it's going to give you a really decent performance at 1080p. One thing that I have to say is that almost every component is brand new except for one, but I will also give you a brand new alternative if you have a bit of extra money to spend. And if you have a budget way above $400, then you will have my website where you can find your perfect PC build for your budget and favorite game in the video description as well with the PC build of this video. That being said, let's start. But before starting, I want to say that if you don't know anything about computers and components, don't worry about it because I will explain what this PC is capable of running at the end, and that's why it's so important to stick until the end of the video. Now, let's continue. For the CPU, I picked the i3-10100F. It's only going for $70, and if you don't know, the 10100F is one of the best price performance CPUs still until this day. The 10100F, it's a really decent 1080p CPU, and yes, for just around $20 extra or so, you can get something like the Ryzen 5 5500 or the i3-12100F, but the motherboard cost is going to be much more expensive with those CPUs. That's why on a build where your budget is this low, I highly recommend you going with this 10100F. For the motherboard on Newegg, you can get the ASROCK Z590 Pro 4 motherboard going for $80. It has great features for gaming and is actually one of the cheapest motherboards that you can get for the CPU at the moment. It also gives you an upgradable path if you want to go for the i5-10400F down the line. It's an amazing motherboard for a really good price. For the memory kit, I picked the Neo FORZA 16GB of RAM kit. This is 2x8, meaning that it's dual channel, so it's going to give you more performance. It's only $35 on Newegg, which makes it a no-brainer. For the storage, I picked the Silicon Power P34A60 512GB of SSD kit. This is Gen 3 SSD and 500GB is going to be enough to get you started. However, if you download a bunch of titles, consider 1TB, but you're going to be spending around 20 to 30 extra bucks for that 1TB of SSD. So if you have the budget to, then definitely go for it. But just know that if you play esports titles, 500GB is most definitely going to be enough. For the graphics card, and the only component that is not going to be brand new is going to be the MSI Radeon RX 580. On eBay, it's going for as little as $86, and let me tell you, this is a GPU really capable of 1080p gaming in most titles. It's really similar in performance to the GTX 1650 Super, and yes, it's not the flashiest GPU, so if you're thinking of playing at ultra settings, games like Cyberpunk 2077 or even Red Dead Redemption 2, this is not the type of GPU that will get you that performance. But if you're thinking of playing esports titles such as CSGO, Valorant, or if you want to go farther, even games like GTA 5 high settings 1080p, this is basically all that you will need. You can also play other games that I mentioned before like Red Dead Redemption 2, you just won't be able to reach 60 FPS on average on ultra settings, but if you tweak the settings and you go for medium settings, I bet you can have a really nice experience, and the price for this system, honestly, it's amazing. After explaining all these components, I will give you other GPU options in case you can spend a bit extra and if you want to go for something brand new. For the case, I picked the ZALMAN S2 ATX mid-tower case. This one comes with 3 pre-installed fans, has a front mesh panel, so really good ventilation for the system overall, and the price is only $55. If you like RGB, you can go with the Bitfinex Nova mesh. That one is $65, so only a $10 to $20 difference depending on when you're watching this video, and honestly the Bitfinex case looks so much better, so if you like aesthetics, then you definitely have the option down below in the video description as along with the latest prices for all of these components. And then for the power supply, I picked the ThermalTake BM2 550W 80 plus bronze power supply. This is a C-tier rated power supply, all that you will need for this system, and it's actually kind of an overkill, so if you want to upgrade the GPU down the line to, let's say, the RX 6600, this is definitely possible with this power supply, and you will not need to upgrade anything for you to have an amazing experience with a GPU upgrade. The total price for this system is $410 with 67 cents by the time I'm recording this video, because remember, prices change every single day, and that's why I highly recommend you checking the latest prices in the video description. Now for $460, around $50 over the $410 mark, you can get the RX 5600 XT from eBay instead of the 580 that that I mentioned before, and this is the best price to performance upgrade that you can make on this system, considering that the RX 5600 XT it's around a 50% faster gaming GPU overall compared to the 580. So if you want much better FPS on your titles, and with this 5600 XT you will be able to play the same game, Red Dead Redemption 2, at higher settings than medium, for example, and for esports titles you will be achieving much higher frame rates for you to buy a 144Hz monitor at 1080p if you'd like to, or even 240 depending on the title and the settings. And like I said before, because you have the 550 watt power supply, you don't need to upgrade this in order to do the GPU upgrade. Now, if you even have more money, for $530 in total, you will be able to get the 5600 XT brand new. So if you're looking for brand new GPUs, this is the minimum that I would go with. If you have less than $525 and you want something brand new, you may want to consider going with integrated graphics instead of a dedicated GPU, but that will cost you performance. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and I went through 3 different budgets: $400, $450, $460, and then $525. And let me tell you, you will get the same exact performance on the $525 system and the $460, but the only difference is that you're getting a brand new GPU on the more expensive one. If you have any questions though, let me know in the comment section. I will reply as fast as possible. And if you found this video helpful, leave a like and subscribe, but the most important part is clicking that bell icon if you want to get notified for this type of content and new market promotions when I find them. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for your support, and I will see you on the next one.